What is up, everybody? Coming in with it's taken me quite a while to come up with this, but this is what I believe to be a really authentic Hakeem Olajuwon build. Um, uh, I've spent some time on this, getting it right. Um, if anybody has any kind of changes they think are better to this, feel free to make it the way you see fit. This is just what I've come up with that I think is the most authentic Hakeem Olajuwon build out there. So let's get right into it. Of course, we're doing the center position. He is 7 foot. 239 is what I'm going with on the weight, and you're going to see that later. 7'1" wingspan, and I'll get into the reason why we would like to make him a little longer. Yeah, but we're going to make him lethal. Anybody that knows Hakeem Olajuwon, he was very precise with his moves and his shot and his mid-range. Those are the things that made him great, along with his defense. So we're going to hone in on those two things. In this build. So yeah, I have already completed the build, but I'm going to break it down to you piece by piece why we put the things we did where we did, and you're just going to see. So we have a 94 close shot that gives us hook specialist. It's not OP. I'm just going with what the build allows us to do. The main reason we put it at 94 here is so we can get 5 cap breakers to 99. So paint prodigy, it's a little overpowered. If you have paint prodigy on legend, everything moves faster, and he is a fast dude once it comes to him moving and getting going. Driving layup, we have an 80 that can go to a 90 with 5 cap breakers. That'll give us physical finisher on gold, and you can even push it up more if you need to. That just helps with our banging in the post situations. It just helps that green window go up even more. That's how he is. He's a good finisher. So you need that badge in order for it to be successful for these two working together. 73 drive and dunk, we just have that for posterizer. Might need it to come in handy in certain situations when you are dunking, even if it's standing dunk. Standing dunk, I have an 85. That's strictly for the animation. So we want it for this specifically. Um, uh, Dunks is what I need to be under. I don't know why I'm looking under that. Right here, I believe it's at the very bottom, maybe in the middle. Okay, so no, it's not that either. It is, no, it was at the bottom. I'm losing it, guys. Okay, right here. Big men contact alley-oops. Obviously, we don't get this, and I'm not trying to get that, but I do want this because those are situations where someone's throwing you an alley-oop and there's someone on your side, you'll get it, even if you're standing there. So crucial because that's animations we want as a king. Plus, he's just going to get crazy, and you can even throw 5 attributes or cap breakers on that and get 90 for elite because he did yam on people. I don't know if I'm going that route, but more than welcome to. Um, we're going to hide this now and go back into post control. We have a 90 post control that's mixed with your mid range at 90, and that gets you post fade phenom. 90 is going to be plenty, but we're going to throw 5 in to get post up poet. That's how you get those spin moves, those wraps, everything that Hakeem was about. He's a post up poet, and even faking raises the chance of faking or getting by the defender. See, faking is what he did best. So post up poet is what we're going to achieve on Hall of Fame and possibly put it on Legend with just one. But the main focus of this build is going to be defense. So we are going to get to that here in just a second. You can and you should throw on to here. That's for Deadeye. We want Deadeye. Deadeye is absolutely crucial. You get Deadeye on Hall of Fame / Legend, you're looking at a monster to deal with. Getting that on gold is absolutely everything. 78 3-point, we just have that, and I'll show you why we went that high. If it goes any lower, you can't get this build to do what you need it to do. 75 free throw, just so we knock them down. 71 pass act, that's just for dimer on silver. If you want to throw it up, you can. You can get it Hall of Fame with a 2 or gold with a 1. Also, we can throw some cap breakers on this later too. I'm going to show you how these equal 28. If you're in a 28 spectrum or if you're in a 23 spectrum, not getting that, or 25 or even 22. You see what I'm saying? With those, however you're going to go about this, I'll show you some things later on this. So, speed with ball handle, this is very good. Handle for days, he got saucy. We know that. 80 interior, this can go up and should go up, I believe, at least enough to get 85 interior. I think that's perfect. Plus, it gives you post lockdown on silver. I think that's a good sweet spot, and I think you can get that with just 2 cap breakers, which is awesome. Perimeter defense, great. Got it for the movable forcer. You can see that right there. Steal, I'm not too much worried about it. Yeah, he got steals. You could get 3 cap breakers and get a 60 if you wanted to. I'm not that focused on it. I'm focused on, he's a all-time leading blocks. Look it up. No one they didn't keep up with blocks back in the day as much, I don't believe. Otherwise, he might not be. But since they had been keeping up with blocks, this dude is leading all-time block. So that counts for something. Not even Mutombo's close. Look it up. 74 block. And then we got and that's not going to stay there, trust me. 5 of these will take you to a 93 block, and that will get you Paint Patroller on gold instantly. As you can see right here, Paint Patroller 70 goes to that, 77 goes to gold. We already have it at 80. 80 offensive rebound, that's to set big picks and get rebounds. 90, you're going to throw that to 92. For rebound chaser that you can then put on legend if you wanted to. 65 speed, 60 agility, 86 strength for post-up powerhouse. That's the reason I got it. You could even throw 5 cap breakers if that's the way you want. This build has so much potential to go whichever way you want it. If you want brick wall on this thing, and then throw 2 on that to get with your big bodies, you know what I'm saying, with your takeover here, because you have 80 and 80. You can throw 91 there with Hall of Fame brick wall if you wanted to, because he's got but he's got what is it called? It's one of them big body centers. 83 pogo stick. This is very crucial. This is what I want on legend. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. Mid-paint scoring cleaner. Work looks great. No big weaknesses to report. Definitely no big weaknesses after we get going here. So this is the build. Okay, I will actually go back to builds, get out of this, and show you, because I've already created it. And we're going to show you exactly what we're dealing with on cap breakers here. All right, so this is the build. We're going to get in there, and here's what I was going to show you guys. So right here, that's 79, 83, 87, 90, and 93. That gets you gold Paint Patroller, which you can +2 to legend, along with your +1 here. If you use the defensive specialization, which I highly recommend using the defensive specialization, you're going to get a bunch of blocks with defense on this build anyway, because he's quick. I highly suggest that, because if you do that, you will get this right here for pogo. Right here. You can put pogo on that. And then on this badge right here, you can do, look at this, you can do high flying denier from gold to Hall of Fame. Very, very awesome. From gold to legend. So you have high flying denier which makes you automatically quicker. It says boost your speed and leaping ability as a defensive player, and this is chasing because he is constantly chasing down blocks from the high post screens. So that's going to be really awesome paired with Pogo on Legend. And guess what? Right here, if you want to, so you got Pogo here on Legend, and you got High Flying Denier on Legend, and guess what you're going to throw on here? You're going to throw on Paint Patroller on Legend. So you got all three badges as a defender on Legend with a 93 block. Do not tell me that's not like Hakeem Olajuwon. That's exactly like Hakeem Olajuwon. When you get this on gold, you can throw it to, you just have it on gold. You don't even need to put it on nothing. You can max +2. You can throw that down to gold and put it on Hall of Fame sometimes, and put your Deadeye on Hall of Fame or on Legend sometimes, or have it on Hall of Fame. This build's crazy. Once you get these two unlocked, which I'm only at 21 right now, but I could easily get to 30 if I go to another squad. I'm just not that grinding on it or looking like desperate is what the word is. But dude, this build is actually going to do damage because he gets a lot of different things. Here's the layup I was telling you about. You get 90 layup for gold. I highly suggest that. If you're going to do 5, do 5 here and do 5 here. That's a 93 block and a 90 driving layup right off the bat, right there. And then I would highly suggest doing right here. So I say 3 right here because you're using defensive specialization, or you can throw them here, whichever one you want to do with your defensive specialization, your attribute cap breakers, because you get an 86. That's perfect. You get the post higher interior for the post lockdown. That way you're just your strength, you'll be better. Plus you get that just more ability to move and push people around. And then this right here, you can throw 2 here. So we got 5, 5. That's 12 up there on the 80 interior to get it to 86. This is 14. And then here's what I'm going to do. So you got 14 here, right? There's 19. And another 5 is 24, which I might even not go all, I don't know. I'd probably go all here and then get this on 98 for 23 because I know I can get 23. Or I might, I don't know. See, 23, 24, I might have that. But even if you know you're going to get 28, you can get these 5, or you can throw 5 here. It's the world for whatever you want it to do. You can throw some 2 here. You can throw 5 here. However you want to go. There's so much with this build. Look, you can even get an 84 for versatile visionary if you wanted to on pass accuracy, or just 82 for gold dimer off rip. Yep. So build's crazy. This is what I think is a pretty authentic Hakeem Olajuwon build as far as snagging boards, doing what you need it to do. This is a good build. You can even throw off Pogo and leave it on Hall of Fame and just have your gold rebound chaser on Legend if you wanted to. That'd probably be a good decision, more than likely, but I'm going to test out the Legend first just to get crazy on it. All right, well, this is the build, and y'all have a good one, and I hope this was very helpful. Use it as needed. Peace.